Trump says law enforcement crackdown will go on to other places during appearance at police facility in D.C. President Donald Trump said Thursday he would expand the law enforcement and National Guard crackdown he ordered in Washington, D.C. this month to other jurisdictions as he appeared at a U.S. Park Police facility to promote the initiative. "We're going to make it safe, and we're going to then go on to other places, but we're going to stay here for a while," he said to dozens of law enforcement agents and National Guard members gathered outside the facility to hear him speak. Earlier this month, Trump ordered the federal government to take control of D.C.'s police department and deployed National Guard troops, a broad federal effort that has drawn the ire of many city residents. Trump had teased earlier in the day that he planned to join law enforcement in the streets of D.C., though he appeared to scrap those plans for a more standard meet and greet with those he has deployed. A source familiar with the matter told CNN that some members of the Secret Service's Washington field office, who would handle a presidential movement like this one, had been caught off guard by the president's announcement. "I'm going to be going out tonight, I think, with the police, and with the military, of course," the president told radio host Todd Storns earlier Thursday. Trump would not likely be able to duplicate the D.C. initiative exactly if he were to try it in other areas of the country. D.C., which is not a part of any state, has restrictions on its ability to govern its own affairs, and the president has the ability to effectively federalize its police force. The city also has a far more robust regular federal law enforcement presence than other U.S. cities. Trump arrived at the U.S. Park Police facility in southeast Washington, D.C., a little after 5:20 p.m. Joining him for the visit were Attorney General Pam Bondi, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, Interior Secretary Doug Burgum, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller. Emil Bove, a controversial former Justice Department official who was recently confirmed as a federal appeals court judge, also attended. Trump spent a little more than a half an hour there, bringing hamburgers from the White House and pizza from Wise Guy Pizza. "Everybody's safe now. Everybody feels safe," Trump said. His appearance follows another staged event centered on the D.C. takeover on Wednesday, when Vice President J.D. Vance visited a Shake Shack at Union Station at lunchtime to thank National Guard members who have been deployed to the city. During that event, Vance was frequently drowned out by protesters as he appeared alongside Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Miller. Blocked from the second-floor area where the Guardsman lunch was taking place, the protesters loudly chanted, "Shame, this is our city, and we want the military out of our streets." Trump has repeatedly decried crime in D.C., though overall reported crime numbers are lower this year than in 2024, and cast his moves in the city as an effort to make the nation's capital safer and more beautiful. More than 1,900 National Guard troops from multiple states, including the D.C., West Virginia, South Carolina, Mississippi, Ohio, Louisiana, and Tennessee Guards, have been mobilized in D.C. as of Thursday, according to Joint Task Force D.C. In a post on Truth Social early Friday, Trump hailed law enforcement and the National Guard, writing, "Washington, D.C. is safe again. The crowds are coming back, the spirit is high, and our D.C. National Guard and police are doing a fantastic job." The campaign also involves clearing homeless encampments. Vance on Thursday declined to say where law enforcement officials are sending people once their tents are cleared, replying that the question betrays a certain misunderstanding of what we're trying to do and what is the nature of real compassion. He then recounted a story about his family being yelled during a trip to D.C. years ago, arguing that the administration is focused on keeping those with mental health issues off the streets. "Why have we convinced ourselves that it's compassionate to allow a person who's obviously a schizophrenic, or suffering from some other mental illness? Why is it compassionate to let that person fester in the streets?" Vance said. Vance, who was in Georgia to tout Republicans' domestic policy law, also demurred when asked if the White House plans to deploy troops to other cities, but he did not rule it out. "We have focused on Washington, D.C., because it's a federal city under our jurisdiction. But we certainly hope that, whether it's Atlanta or anywhere else, people are going to look around and say, 'We don't have to live like this,'" he said. "We hope that people see what we're doing in Washington, D.C., and follow our example all across the country." Among those who live in D.C., Trump's police takeover is unpopular. A 79% majority of D.C. residents oppose the president ordering the federal government to take control of the city's police department and ordering the National Guard and FBI to patrol the city, a new Washington Post School poll finds. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.